About 3 months ago, I stepped foot outside this place for the first time ever, all due to God's grace. I just want to take a minute to share with y'all a few stories from this summer. It all starts with a little boy and his mother. A beautiful woman who loved her child. She would do anything to see her boy smile. I got to spend a few hours at her home, underneath nothing but just a tarp dome. Her husband left right after their son's birth, left her with nothing but a plot of land on this earth. Yet this woman had faith unlike any I'd seen before, with nothing but a few rocks as pillows lying on the floor. Both were fully healthy, which was pretty rare. She said it was for one reason: prayer. That day, my heart broke, and I realized how selfish I can be about all the material things in this life that I want and I want and I want, but I never really need. I don't share stories to make anyone distraught. I want you to know the reality of life outside this place, whether you know it or not. Now let me tell you another story about love, about joy, and about God's glory. It starts in a village, kicking around a soccer ball. A little boy approached me, and then he started to fall. I realized he was sick and he was passing out. At sight, it was hard to swallow, and in the moment I began to doubt. Very quickly, I figured out where his house be and carried him for 25 minutes. On that walk, he looked up at me, and I asked him, "Are you okay?" He smiled and looked away. I asked him again and looked down to see, and then he said in clear English, "Don't worry, Zach, God's got me. Don't worry, God's got me." My heart pounded in my chest, knowing this 4-year-old boy knew what was best. He knew that God had control of his life, and those words stabbed my heart like a knife. I finally got him home and talked with his dad about his boy and life and what he had. And his dad prayed and said he'll take him to a doctor soon. He said, "Thank you. Thank you for all that you do." I prayed for this little boy and then decided to leave. What I just witnessed was hard to believe. The very next day, I returned to check up on the boy, and the father came running outside filled with nothing but joy. I fully expected the boy to be okay, but then the father looked at me and said, "He went to be with the Lord today." I fell on the ground, confused, frustrated, and in disbelief. But the father came over and told me, "Listen, we will both get to see him soon. You wait and see." This father was devastated, but he held on to hope. Only a hope that can come from the Lord. I was amazed, astounded, hope that couldn't be ignored. What a God we serve, I thought to myself. For a man to lose his only son and not to lose sight of himself. The joy and faith in that man's soul was contagious and spoke to me. Who am I to complain about stupid little things when there is a lot worse that we don't often see? Knowing the little boys with our God up in the sky filled my heart with joy and peace, but I keep asking myself why. Why don't we live with that kind of joy? Why don't we live with childlike faith like that little boy? Spending time in Haiti, I also got to see just how great of a nation it is and always will be. God is moving more than ever before. It's tangible and evident. He's doing more and more. Coming back to the States has been pretty hard, but I realized we serve the same God no matter where in the world we are. As a church, we need to stand up and rise to the occasion and invite the Holy Spirit to make an invasion, rid us of ourselves and allow Him to take control, down to our inner beings and the deepest places of our soul. Don't lose sight of the plan God has for you, and keep Him first in everything that you do.